welcome back. So today I filmed for you a makeup tutorial on this look. I was recently asked if I could do a tutorial on the makeup look that I did in my brow routine, which I'll have linked down below. And I actually was between either doing this one or the makeup that I did in my skincare routine, which was very minimal. And I asked you guys on Snapchat which you would like to see, and of course, I try to make things easy on myself, but of course it was a tie. So the deciding vote was Mom, and Mom chose this. You can't argue with Mom, do you know what I mean? And whatever Mom says goes. So I went ahead and recreated this look for you guys today. I love it. I think it's such a beautiful, kind of just simple, it's smoky, yet I think that it's just a different kind of smoky because it is, in a sense, an ombre where it goes from white to gray to darker in the outer corner. So I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. Also today, wearing for the first time the Elcie Cosmetics foundation, which I am so in love with. I also really quickly want to say to you guys, thank you all so much for each and every one of you who wrote on my Snapchat, wrote on Instagram, sent me such wonderful messages for me to get better and to get well soon. I have been battling strep throat all weekend, and I'm very happy to say that I am feeling a lot better. I'd say I'm probably at like 93% getting better. So I want to thank you all very, very much for your wonderful wishes. It meant so much. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and also make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
So first we're going to go ahead and prime our eyes. I'm using my Decay Potion Primer in Original. I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the eyes and then blend it out using my fingers. And for today's look, we're going to be using the Decay Naked Smoky palette, which I absolutely love. I'm going to go ahead and use the shade all the way to the right, which is called 13, on an angled fluffy brush. And I'm going to go ahead and put this down as my brow bone highlight. Also taking that same shade, I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the inner corner of my lid, kind of just the inner half of my lid, because being that this is going to be an ombre eye, I just want to kind of put this down as a base first. Then we're going to go ahead and blend some shadows and everything, and we'll go back and add more of that. You'll see as the rest of the video goes on. So now I'm going to take Scotch tape, put it on the back of my hand to get off the stickiness, and I'm going to line it up with my lower lash line. Then going in with this fluffy brush by Morphe, I'll leave the name of it down below, and I'm going to take the shade Combust from the palette, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in my crease as my transition shade. Then again, going back with the shade 13, I'm going to go ahead now and apply this over that white that we already put down. I just wanted to put that down, like I said, as a base, and now I'm going back and I'm really intensifying that white shadow on the lid, because now we're going to start to do the ombre. So I'm going to take my MAC 217 blending brush, and I'm going to take the shade Password, and I'm going to start to blend this from the outer corner. I'm just, like I said, starting from the outer corner first, and then slowly going to blend it into the rest of the eye. But as you can see, I'm going to start to pat it on the other half of my eye, because I want it to be an ombre effect where it goes from white to gray, and then the outer corner is going to be even darker. So I'm starting to place this in the outer part of my lid and then slowly blending it into my crease. As you can see, I'm doing the same thing on the other eye, placing it in the outer corner and then slowly blending it into the rest of the eye. And still with that same color, going back and forth, as you can see this motion I'm doing here, I just want the white and the gray to blend together effortlessly. So now going back with my big fluffy brush, just going to go ahead and blend all of that out. And then with a Sigma E45 brush, I'm going to take the shade Dagger, and I'm going to start to apply this in the outer V of my eye. Again, starting in the outer corner and then slowly bringing it in. I don't want to go farther than the light gray that we just put down, but like I said, I want it to be an ombre going from white to gray to darker to darker, you know what I mean? So I'm just adding this in the outer corner and just slowly bringing this into the crease, and then I'm going to go back with my MAC 217 with some more Password on it, and I'm going to go ahead and blend all that out. And even though there is a black in the palette, I want to go ahead and use something different, so I'm using Makeup Geek Corrupt on that same E45 brush by Sigma. This is where I'm going to really just place this in the outer corner of my eye. Again, wanting it to gradually get from lighter to darker, so I'm going to be putting this in the outer corner, the outer V, and just really placing it in the outer corner. I don't want to bring it in too far at all, and then going back with my 217 and, of course, blending it all out. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my winged liner. I'm using my Inglot Gel Liner in number 77. 7, and I'm using the Sigma E06 winged liner brush. I'm just leaving the tape down, being that, you know, we already used it in our look. I'm just leaving it down so that it will just be so much easier to go ahead and do the wing. So I'm just going to do my regular wing like always. If you guys are interested in seeing how I do my wing, I do have a winged liner tutorial that I have linked down below in the description bar. So as you can see, both wings are done. I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara. I'm using my Rimmel Lash Accelerator, and for lashes today, I'm going to be using my Vegas Nay Grand Glamor lashes. I actually used in my original post, I used the Velour Rich and Fluffy lashes, which are one of my favorite, but I just wanted to wear these lashes today because they are by far one of my favorites. So I'm going to go ahead and apply these lashes. As always, again, I do have a lash tutorial. If you guys are interested, I will leave it linked down below. So as you can see, both lashes are on. Now for the skin, I'm going in with my Hourglass Veil Primer. I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over the face and then blend it out. Then to smooth out my pores, I'm going in with the Bobbi Brown Skin Smoothing Pore Perfector. I love this. I recently talked about this in my January favorites, and it is one of my favorites, of course. So now I'm going to be using the Elcie Cosmetics Foundation. This was the first time that I used it, and I used it with my Sigma F80 brush. I also said in my January favorites that I actually prefer putting this on with my beauty blender. So I like the way that it looked this day, but like I said, I just prefer it with a beauty blender. So now I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Cream Contour Kit in medium on my Sigma P84, I believe it is. I'm going to take the shade Warm Coral and apply this to my under eyes to cancel out the dark circles, and then going in with Banana just to lighten up my under eyes. After that, I'm going to go in and do my brows. I'm using my Anastasia Brow Wiz in soft brown, and then to fill them in, I am going to go in with my brow powder in soft brown as well by Anastasia. Again, I have a brow tutorial if you guys are interested in seeing how I do my brows. I will have it linked down below in the description bar as always. And for concealer, I'm going in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20 with this Morphe brush. I'm going to go ahead and apply this in a triangle shape under the eyes, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my foundation, the edges, just so that everything blends together. To highlight the rest of my face, I'm going in with my MAC Prep and Prime pen in Light Boost, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my MAC 130 brush. For my cream contour, I'm going to go ahead and use my Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the shade 7 Almond and contour all the places that need to be contoured. And I'm going to take my MAC 130 brush with my Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel bronzing base, and I'm going to go ahead and blend all of that out. Then I'm going to go back with my foundation brush with no additional product on it. It's just my foundation brush. Just wanted to go ahead and blend the contour into the rest of the face because at first it can look a little crazy, so I always like to go back in with my foundation brush and blend it out. To set the under eyes, I'm going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder with my Sigma F35 brush, and I'm going to set the under eyes, the forehead, as well as the rest of the face. I love using this powder on the rest of the face as well. I don't do like a baking, I just kind of dust it really nicely all over the face, and it gives such a beautiful look. Right here, I'm so hot, dying. So now to set the contour, I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Shade Light palette with this Morphe brush. I'm going to go ahead and set the contour, and then just so that the foundation matched a little bit better with the rest of my skin, I'm going back in with my Sigma powder brush. I'm just going to blend some bronzer all over the chest. Now to finish up the eyes, I'm going in with the shade Password on a flat definer brush by Sigma, and I'm going to go ahead and line that on my lower lash line. Then with a pencil brush, I'm going to mix Password and Combust, and I'm going to go ahead and blend this out on the lower lash line so that it all is nice and blended. And I just wanted to go ahead and deepen up the outer corner of my lower lash line. You can use Makeup Geek Corrupt, or I just went in with Black Market. It really, wasn't that serious, so I just went in with Black Market on my flat definer brush and just added it to the outer corner, and going back in with my pencil brush and just going ahead and blending all of that out. For the inner corner, I'm going to go in with the shade High from the palette on this Makeup Geek brush. I'll leave the name of it down below, and I'm just applying this right into the inner corner of our eye to give it a really nice highlight. For a liner, I'm going in with my Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes eyeliner in Onyx and apply that to the waterline. And then for the lower lashes, I'm going to go ahead and apply my MAC Giga Black mascara. For highlighter today, I'm going to actually be using two by Becca. First, I'm going to go in with the Becca Cosmetics Poured Highlighter. This is in the shade Opal. It's a cream highlight, which I absolutely love. I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the areas of the face, of course, where I highlight. And as you can see, it's beautiful on its own, but then I want to go ahead and apply a powder on top just to make it even more intense and gorgeous. So after I go ahead and apply that, I'm then going to go in with the Becca Pressed Highlighter in Opal and apply that to the cheeks and everywhere where I'm putting the rest of the highlight. I'm also going to be using my Morphe M501 brush to do that. As you can see here, I'm doing it right here. And I just loved the way that this turned out. As you can see in the photos, it just gave such a beautiful like strobe effect on the cheeks. It wasn't, you know, such a stark highlight. I really love the way that this looked. So I just wanted to try something different. I know I usually just use powder, but I decided I wanted to go ahead in with cream and then powder just so you guys could see how it would look. Then for blush, I'm going to use the MAC blush in Buff, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the cheeks with my Sigma blush brush. And then just to add a little bit of color to the cheeks, to the apples of the cheeks, I'm going in with the Becca blush in Damselfly. Now for the lips, I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat lip pencil, and this is in the shade Iconic Nude. And of course, lining my lips as always. For lipstick, I'm going in with the ColourPop liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Midi, which is a really beautiful nude color. I just wanted to kind of keep the lips neutral and nude since the eyes were so smoky, but they're simple at the same time, you know what I mean? So applying that all over the lips. And then for our lip gloss, I'm going to go in with the Buxom Full On Lip Cream, and this in the shade White Russian, which I talked about in my January favorites as well. And after you put that down, your look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and also make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video.